From fish sauce to fry dip, the surprising history and making of ketchup. Part 1. The unexpected origins of ketchup. The story of ketchup doesn't begin with tomatoes. It starts in 17th century China with a sauce called ketchup, or ketchup, which was a brine or paste made from fermented fish and soybeans. This sauce was prized for its pungent, savory flavor and its ability to keep well on long sea voyages, a critical factor before modern refrigeration. Arrival in the West. 17th century British traders and sailors encountered the sauce in Southeast Asia, like modern-day Malaysia and Indonesia, and brought the concept back to Europe. Early English adaptations, 18th to 19th century. Unable to easily replicate the specific Asian fish ferments, English cooks began experimenting. Early European ketchups were diverse and included non-tomato ingredients like mushrooms, walnuts, oysters, or anchovies, often mixed with strong fermented liquids like stale beer and spices. These were still primarily savory, thin, and dark condiments. The rise of tomato ketchup. Early 19th century, the first known recipe for a tomato-based ketchup was published in the United States in 1812 by scientist James Mees. He called for tomatoes to be boiled down and preserved with spices and, initially, even anchovies, a nod to the fish sauce origin. Americans embraced the tomato version, finding it a more reliable and flavorful base. Industrialization and standardization. Late 19th century. The mass production of tomato ketchup began in the late 1800s. H.J. Heinz introduced his famous formula in 1876. To prevent spoilage, early manufacturers added chemical preservatives, but Heinz popularized a cleaner, safer approach by using high-quality, ripe red tomatoes and significantly increasing the amount of distilled white vinegar. This higher acidity, combined with more sugar to balance the sourness, gave modern ketchup its signature tangy sweet flavor profile and a longer shelf life without questionable additives. How modern ketchup is made. The factory process. Today's large-scale production relies on precision, efficiency, and fresh ingredients to create the thick, smooth condiment millions enjoy. Tomato sourcing and preparation. Selection. High-quality ketchup starts with selecting ripe, red tomatoes at their peak. Washing and chopping. Tomatoes are thoroughly washed, sorted, and chopped. Hot break. The chopped tomatoes are quickly heated, a process called hot break, to about 200 carat /circ text F, 90 carat /circ text C. This crucial step deactivates enzymes that would otherwise break down the tomato's pectin, which is a natural thickening agent. Preserving the pectin ensures the final ketchup has a desirable, thick consistency. Pulping. The heated tomatoes are sent through pulping machines, finishers, that separate the pulp and juice from the seeds, skins, and stems. Mixing and cooking. Combining ingredients. The tomato pulper paste is transferred to large stainless steel kettles or tanks. Precise amounts of vinegar, sugar, or high fructose corn syrup, salt, and the secret spice blend, which typically includes allspice, cloves, cinnamon, or onion garlic powder, are added. Boiling. The mixture is boiled for 30 to 45 minutes. This cooking step is essential to thicken the mixture further by evaporating water and to sterilize the product, killing any microbes. Refining and packaging. Filtering. The cooked ketchup is filtered or screened to remove any remaining fibers or particles, ensuring a smooth, uniform texture. Duration. The product is often run through a deaerator to remove trapped air bubbles, which helps prevent oxidation, discoloration, and bacterial growth in the finished product. Filling. The hot ketchup is pumped quickly into sterilized bottles or containers. Filling while the product is hot helps create a vacuum seal as the ketchup cools, further protecting it from spoilage. Cooling and labeling. The filled containers are rapidly cooled to maintain the flavor and prevent prolonged heat from affecting the ingredients. They are then labeled and prepared for distribution.